How's it going, everybody? I am Donut, and I'm reacting to The Walking Dead Season 6, Episode 16, The Last Day on Earth. Actually, it's not The Last Day on Earth, right? It's just Last Day on Earth? Let me check, because that actually does have two different connotations. It is Last Day on Earth, right. Who's gonna die this episode? I still have never done my game about who's gonna die. You know, I brought it up so many times, never done it. Screw it. It's too late now. At this point, fuck it. We're not doing it anymore. But who will die this episode? Last Day on Earth. I mean, they could. It's probably just gonna be. I don't think it's gonna be literal. I think it's gonna be a speech somebody says of, you know, you gotta live like it's your last day on Earth. You know. If anyone's going to die, I'm gonna say Maggie, because of the baby thing. That's my guess. Let's jump into this episode. If you want to see the full length, you can check that out on Patreon. You get it for $8 a month. You get the full length. You get early access to see the next episode early, $4 a month. Go check them out if you're interested in that. Now, let's get into the reaction. Okay, that was a crazy, tense finale. Probably the scariest situation that we've been in, like the tensest situation, at least as a viewer, definitely not for them, but as a viewer, the tensest and scariest situation since Terminus. If not more scary, because at that point we knew probably maybe one of them might die or something, when they were, you know, getting the throat slit, but for the most part, I assumed, at least when I was watching it, like, you know, well, the majority of them we know we're gonna make it out of this alive. Something's going down. We assumed, you know, I think we already knew Carol was going to do something at the time. But this is so tense because you know that, and I thought we were going to see it in this episode. It might be the very first thing we start off with in the next season, of just having to watch one of them get beaten to holy hell. Just, I assume, to death. I sure hope it's not like, I'm going to beat one of you to death and then we're going to also kill another one of you. I assume, you know, the person that he's killing is also the person that he's gonna beat. It better be. We better not get a beating and a killing. But either way, it's gonna be, you know, and it's gotta be Abraham. It's gotta be, because the whole like, one, Abraham's the only one who could probably take that hit and not immediately die from that, and the whole everything that was going on with Eugene in this episode, his, like, you know, reconnecting and rekindling their relationship. Everything's going good with Sasha now. He talked about the fact that he thinks he'd be able to do what Maggie and Glenn are doing, to be able to have a baby and something like that. He thinks that might be something that you know, he would be able to do now. And it's all for naught, because it's probably him. That's my bet. That's what I'm staking it on. I'm staking my guess on Abraham. Also, I don't think Maggie's going to be beaten, but I also don't think she's going to be surviving the complication in her pregnancy. I don't see it happening. I think it's time. Well, I don't know if she just got a haircut. It's weird she got a haircut and then immediately killed off her character. But I don't see how, like, I guess they're just going to let us go to the hill. Like, right, I was thinking, like, you know, what help is she going to get? So, of course, she's going to die of the pregnancy. But, like, I guess, you know, if we agree to this deal or anything like that, they'll let us just go to the hilltops to get our treatments, I guess. And then we'll meet back up with Daryl and Carol, maybe, because, or sorry, no, Morgan and Carol, I mean, because the people they were with, the body armored guys, they had spears that looked like hilltop weapons, so it might be hilltop, because that would also explain how Carol would get some help here. Could be a separate group entirely. I don't know about that. Like, why would they have similar weapons? That does seem more likely, because they called them the Wasted, which I don't think we heard the Hilltop people call them. But again, I could be wrong, could just be not remembering. Recording is pretty far in advance. But yeah, so they could meet back up there at Hilltop. Everybody having to go to the doctor. Because we don't fucking have any doctors anymore. Like, you know, now with have our shit being gone too, have our medicine being gone, it's even worse now that I think about it. And whoever's going to get beaten is going to have to go to the hilltop too, if they survive, if they're not the one who's killed. So, it's just going to keep adding and adding and adding. Negan was introduced in this episode. Again, I've sort of known what his appearance looked like a little bit before, but seeing it in action, god damn, it looks amazing. All I really knew was, he looked like a biker kind of guy, and he has a big stick. That's all I knew. But, yeah, seeing his actual design, like, I absolutely love with it already. Very, very, like Jesus, it's a very iconic already, outfit. Like, I guess I don't want to say iconic, just very, easily recognizable, easily distinguishable. A lot of the characters don't wear, like, outfits. Even, like, the governor didn't have an outfit or anything. Most of the characters don't. I would say Shane kind of did, in terms of villains that had outfits. But for the most part, other than the governor's eye patch, I don't think, he had, like, an outfit. Same with, like, any of the other people. Like, not memorable ones, at least. But, yeah, that's been something that's happening more recently, I think. A lot stronger, closer to the comics character designs. Like, a lot of times they'll introduce them with something, but even in the comics, I wouldn't say a lot of the characters have recognizable character designs. So then Rick's coat is an obvious one. What else do we have? He is the comedian. I had just watched Blind Wave's reaction to Watchmen, so he's very fresh in my mind what his face looked like. But yeah, that's dope. Glad we're getting to see him in something else. I've only ever seen him in The Watchmen. Don't know what else he's in. But love the guy's actor. Loved him in Watchmen, and I'm loving him in this. He's like extremely strong charisma. I found myself laughing even when this episode terrified the shit out of me. That whole scene, I was like chills. I was shaking, but it still made me laugh at a couple of moments, just because. Even through all that, it's still kind of funny at times. And just like everything about the deal, everything about the New World Order and all that, I can't see any way we're going to do this other than complying. I think all next season is just going to be setting the stage for how we take over, how we kill him or do whatever it is we're going to do. Just completely take out the Saviors in general, I guess. It's going to require so much planning, so much behind-the-scenes stuff, like espionage sort of stuff, where we're not going to be able to let them see us doing crap, or, like, we're going to have to team up with other civilizations, so maybe next season will just be a lot of, like, going out and meeting other civilizations, seeing what they're all about, then teaming up with them, and I don't know, man. Like, that's the first half of the season. Second half is all setting the stage for how we take them down. Something like that. That's my guess for the next, season overall plot, I guess. Because, the only thing I can think of is that we're going to have to team up with lots of civilizations. That's the only thing I can think that's going to do anything to get us the numbers we need, is to team up with and get an army of people. And it's going to have a great plan, too, because they're also very sneaky as well. So we're going to need to come with a, really good plan there. Talking about the beating thing, by the way, I gotta say, if it's Maggie or Glenn or Aaron that takes the beating from Negan, it's gonna be hard for me to care for their spouse, grieving. Again, after all this, I said it 1,000 times, but, I don't feel bad if it's one of them. They shouldn't have been out here. What else did I have here? Oh, right. Charles talk the whole talk about, how it's going to be your last day on Earth, and, like, seeing, like, it seemed just like a threat before, but knowing that it was, like, specifically going to be, not like, how do I put this? That it was specifically going to be random. He kept phrasing it as, like, you don't know, anybody in there could be their last day, which is cryptic in the sense of, like, who knows, a stray bullet could kill any of them or something. You don't know who's going to die here. But it was more than that of, like, no, we are going to kill one of you, and it's going to be at random. We're going to just, like, do a lottery, and one of you is going to die. So you better hope that you've been good to all of them, because it's going to be one of their last day on Earth. And that guy, whoever that guy is I like they were building up, like, we have Negan as the leader, and then we have, like, sort of semi-leaders with D and this mustached guy, and whoever was the group that they encountered with Carol and Maggie, that, like, little subdivision, they seem to be a little, of importance. Like, we're getting named people within the Saviors, which is cool, not just the tippity top. What else do I have in my notes? Uh, just that, like, even at the beginning, if we attacked on the road to the first person we see, I don't think it would have mattered because, again, they have so many people. They know where we are. They know our defenses. They know everything about us, and they have so much more resources and people and time and everything that no matter what we did here, we're kind of fucked regardless. They would have just came for Alexandria. So, and they might still come for Alexandria. We got Enid locked in a closet because Carl locked her in a closet, which I'm not saying Enid should go, but still locking her in a closet. What if the Saviors do come, take over Alexandria? Enid's locked in a closet. She can't fucking do anything. We got Gabriel in charge of defense. I want to trust him, but when he's going to have to make those hard decisions, the really hard decisions, I don't think he's going to be able to do it. I want to see him do it. I won't trust him until he makes a hard-ass decision. I mean, to be fair, he did just shoot that guy without even, like, the guy was in the middle of talking, and he just, shot him, killed him. I forgot about that. That's a pretty hard decision to make, even most of our normal people wouldn't so easily do that, I think. So, I'll try. I'm gonna put my trust in him. Fine, Gabriel. I think when you have to make those hard decisions, one, he's always gonna put Judith ahead of anybody else. We did see that back in the church too. He's always been the sort of protector of Judith. He's always having the priest protect the baby does make sense. But yeah. So I'll try and put more trust in him. I'll try to, but he has been the bane of fucking so many problems. So. Oh yeah, just like talking about how fucked we are with the Saviors, their skill is honestly so much higher than ours as well. Maybe not in gunplay, certainly, but in terms of tracking and everything, they are way better at tracking than Daryl or anybody we've seen in the series thus far. They are insanely good at it, insanely good at keeping quiet too. The whistles are terrifying. I love the fact that they just put on a show. Like, everything they do is theater. It is just, to scare the living shit out of them. Because they want them to be terrified of Negan. So the creepier they can make it, the more unnerving they can make it, the better. And, talking about the Carol stuff. So the guy chasing Carol, all he wanted was just revenge for his last act before he died. That's all he really cared about. He's just, I actually commend him for not just, letting his last moment be in peace, quote unquote. Fuck it, I'm in pain, I'm just gonna stay here and, take a smoke and, die or whatever. No, he, trudged for miles through pain in order to find Carol and kill her. And then in the end, he was just like, screw it, I'm not going to. And, it wasn't until Carol begged him to do it that he actually was. But he was just going to, follow her all that time and just be like, screw it, never mind. Which maybe he wouldn't. I mean, he did know he was going to die, but still, he said he knew he was going to die, but he spent so long chasing Carol, days even. So, no, not days, right? And it had been days, yeah, because they came back and then, so that has been days. So that guy, weird dude. I wanted to commend him, but also just weird, stupid. So talking about Carol and Morgan, Morgan has killed somebody now. So, I mean, Morgan's killed plenty of people before, but now after his goal of, or his vow of never killing anybody again and everything that, he has. And I don't think it's a problem at all. And I don't think it has anything to do with even within this world. If they're forcing you to kill them, then, you have no choice. If there's not even a chance to restrain them or anything, if you have no choice at all, if they literally have a gun to your head or a gun to, your friend's head, then yeah, absolutely kill them. There should be no guilt in that. It's much different when it's a preemptive strike, when we're like, okay, we're going to go in and kill these people in their sleep or something. Or, when the wolves come in, it's not like we needed to kill them. We could have restrained them. We could shoot them in the legs and stuff. But when they have a gun to somebody's head in situations like that, and you tell them, when you give them the chance, when you tell them, it doesn't have to be this way, just turn around and it won't kill you and blah, blah, blah. When they still come after you after you've given them the chance, then no guilt. No guilt at all. Absolutely no guilt. I think that is all my notes. Yep, that's all my notes for this episode. I cannot wait to get to the next episode, into the next season. I am extremely excited to get into Negan's plot line and everything. So I will see you guys for that. Until then, get the fuck out of here.